Yo, what's up, homies? We're back again with a new video. Hope you guys enjoy. So today we're going to go through all the games on the weekend, top 3 fantasy performers of each game, and then we'll go into my fantasy team, how we performed over the weekend. So we have a crazy weekend of footy to get into. Let's get straight into the video. So first game of the weekend, we had the Roosters beating the Seagulls 20-10. Top 3 fantasy performers in this game, we had Joey Manu with 69, Jake Dravojevic with 61, and Sam Verrills with 54. Next game, we had the Storm beating Mawaz 24-12. A good showing for the Warriors, but just not good enough, honestly. It's been our season this season. It's not been amazing. A couple of questions out there, like how does Nas not get freaking put for the sin bin or even get time for that dropping an elbow? I have no clue. And even, I don't know. But anyway, the top 3 fantasy performers, we had Edwin Cossey, who had a great game, 63. Kafusi with 57 and Munster with 55. Next game, we had the Eels beating the Panthers, and yeah, your boy called it. Let's go. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Isaiah Papali'i with 77, Liam Martin with 76, a crazy game from him, and Sean Lane, a really nice game from him, 70. Sean Lane's been in some form lately. Next game, we got the Raiders beating the Titans 36-24. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Tarpanet with 93, amazing season from him. Hudson Young, 80. Sebastian Krish, 75. Next game, we got the Sharks beating the Rabbits by 1 point, 21-20. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Cam Murray with 77, Totola also 77, and Cam McGinnis, 66. Next game, we had the Tigers beating the Broncos in a real surprising one, 32-18. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Seyfarth with 71, Dewey with 70, and Offhand Galway with 59. Next game, we had the Bulldogs beating the Knights 24-10. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Jacob Carraz with a 98. Freaking amazing game from him. He's such a talented player. Tarpanet with 63 and Shot with 60. Next game, we had the Cowboys. Well, last game of the weekend, we had the Cowboys beating the Dragons 34-8. It was pretty close all out to the second half and then pretty much just blew out. It's more so to the end of the second half. Jeremiah Nana had a crazy game in this one, 91 points. Valentine Holmes was 72. Scotty Drinkwater was 63. So before we jump into my team and how we perform, we'll check out my head-to-heads. So in Yellowstones, we lost it was at the last game. Old mate had Nanai and really just blew me out of the water on that one. So 862 to 853. And in a game league, I've been cruising my way through there, 853 to 567. Now, onto my team. So obviously the biggest ones, Nathan Cleary's out for the rest of the season towards the finals. He's going to be back in finals, so it is what it is there, but that frees up cash there, so he's going to be looking at it probably about 870 once the lockout finishes, I think, or whatever, because he'll drop in the cash a little bit. Other players I got to switch out. Adam Elliott because of injury as well. We're not too sure how bad his hip is, but he could be out for a little bit. And then our last player that we got to switch out is obviously Kalen Ponga, who we still got to switch out there. So it's been a crazy weekend for fantasy at the moment. But, we will start looking at who we can replace with. I'm thinking with Nathan Cleary to have either DCE or Munster, most likely DCE. And then with Adam Elliott, I'm looking at like a Payne Haas, something like that. Overall score for the weekend, we had 853 overall score overall. 15,591, not amazing. We're still 18,000 in fantasy. Wasn't the best year this year. We all know this, but we're going to grow till next year. We still got 3 trades remaining, 52k set in my salary cap. So yeah, after the weekend that was, Nathan Cleary and Adam Elliott will free up a lot of cash there. Hopefully downgrade to some players that are playing really, really good. And then, yeah, we can build towards the end of the season. So James Tedesco with 98 points, Scotty Drinkwater 63, and Nico Hines with 66. So James Tedesco only got like 48 or something with the captain, something like that anyway. But Scotty Drinkwater had an amazing backup game, so it's good to see that. Nico Hines played awesome in his matchup. Isaac Tungol, even without Nathan Cleary and Jerome Luai, he scored really, really decently. Looked real damaging on that edge, so I was pretty happy that we're holding on to him, and we'll probably have to hold on to him for the rest of the season because of that. Suwali with a lacking 16 points. Really, that game was so weird overall. There was no team that looked dominant as, Joseph Manu is probably the best player on that field on the weekend, but I don't know. It was a weird game, so I expect more out of Suwali. I think he will score even better coming into the next weeks. Dewey with 70, played amazing against the Broncos. They he torched them more so at the end. I was pretty much watching the game going, fuck, he's sitting on 30, sitting on 30. And then next minute, the last end of the game, he just took it. So it was good to see that. He's going to have to really pair up with someone like a DC or a Munster for the end of the year. But with a lot of people that have struggles, that Mitchell Moses out as well and all that sort of stuff. So we'll probably reap the rewards of that a little bit. Again, Nathan Cleary for 1 point. Pretty unfortunate. He was sitting at like 11 points before that. And then, yeah, obviously that 10 points drop off. But yeah, it is what it is. We keep moving on. Tohu's still looking strong up front. 54 points. Not the best score compared to what he can do, but, you know, it's a really, really good, decent, like, average score. And had a really good game in my eyes. Fafita with 42. I'd like to see him get a little bit more opportunities on that edge. Obviously, the Titans just, yeah, if they knew how to use this man, like, you know, this guy would be scoring upwards of 50 and upwards. So it is what it is, but 42 is not too bad for his price range. Cam Murray and Isaiah Papali'i, my two guns, 77 and 77. This is why we bring them in. Like, those guys are going to be scoring really high. Cam Murray's been a revelation for me. So it's been good to have him in the squad. Adam Elliott, as I said before, come out with a hip injury, but 40 points, not too bad at all. Harry Grant with 53 points, pretty good from him. I'm excited to see what more he can do towards the end of the year because they're going to have to build really hard to keep their spots. Reid Marnie with 61 points, great scoring from him. I see it more and more. That Panthers game, he just really took it upon himself to win that game. So it was a good game overall from the Eels. Lolo with 51 points. He played really, really nicely in this matchup. I love how he's got that little tip-on play at the back now, and obviously got that try assist off it. Really nice smooth hands now. So how are you going to stop him? Like, run it straight. He can sidestep ya, and now he can do a little tip-on play to another running forward. So he's a killer, that guy. And then two really low scores from our end bench, like Aaron Booth. Scored pretty low last couple of weeks, but it is what it is. I think he's a classy player. I don't have enough trades to trade him out, but it is what it is. And William Kennedy with 10 points. So not the best from him. In our reserves, Fidel with 14, Bollett with 31. Maybe we look at moving him up into the squad. He had a really nice game against the Broncos. And Wishart with 4. This is what Wishart's year has been. I had a big potential for Wishart this year, and it just didn't really fill out. Like, I thought he was going to be that second fiddle hooker, and Brendan Smith was going to be at 13, and it never really ended up being that way. But it is what it is. We keep moving on. Yeah, as I said to you before, Kalen Ponga, I might bring him to a Brendan Smith, but judging on Adam Elliott and Nathan Cleary, see how much cash they free up, I might be able to get another gun in there, hopefully. But we'll have to see how we go. I'm so sorry for the slight quick video today. Also focused on the fantasy side of it, but also this is my last video before we go into the house. So wet hair and that. I've just got out of the shower, done this video, smacked it out. I'm gonna start packing up all my stuff, and yeah, next I should have internet by Thursday. Hopefully Thursday night I can get another video out there for you. But if I don't, it is what it is. We'll move on to the next week. But I'm ultra excited against my new house. We can start doing live streams and stuff. I could have done live streams here, but I'd rather do it in more of a set environment where I'm going to do my little studio setup, have a little couch or something in there. Just make it real nice. So I hope you guys enjoy. Drop a like down below if you like this content. Subscribe. Also, check out if you like EPL Fantasy, check out my EPL Fantasy video. That is out now. And yeah, let's just keep riding to the end of the year. Have some fun. Peace out.